I love it when you call me señorita. I wish I could pretend I did not need ya, but every touch is oh la la la. It's true la la la. Oh.
You are in the kitchen when you heard your sisters calling your name. You immediately go to the living room to know what happened because it sounds like she's panicking. What happened? You ask. As she reply, look at Nathan, he's so pale. You quickly go to your son and ask him, what's wrong? Your 7 years old son answers you that he can't breathe. You clearly saw from his figure that he is struggling to breathe. You immediately carry him and ask your sister to drive the car, going to the nearest hospital. Less than 10 minutes, you guys arrive at the hospital and the doctor immediately checks your son and do some laboratory tests. Good thing you have savings. The doctor advised you to admit your son while waiting to his angiography result. Angiography is a medical imaging technique used to visualize the inside or lumen of blood vessels and organs of the body with particular interest in the arteries, veins, and the heart. The next day, the result came out. Their finding is your son has a heart problem and need a surgery, and now they referred you to the XXX hospital because they have the best cardiologists. You don't waste your time. You need to save your precious son's life before it's too late. You decided to transfer your son to the hospital that they referred. Mama, can I walk? Are you sure you can walk? As he nodded, because you carry him like a koala. You take him down and start to walk together and follow the doctor. Mom, please wait me here. You just nod and sit to the chair outside together with your son while the doctor goes into the room. In the other hand, Jungkook was busy on the computer when someone knocked the door and came in. Good afternoon, Doc John. Can you look at this for me? I'm not sure about this, he said while giving the angiography result to Jungkook, who is the best cardiologist. Jungkook get the phone and look at it. Wait, the patient is a kid? Yes, Doc. He needs surgery as soon as possible. We need to take this. This is the reason of his illness. Is the patient is here? Yes, Doc. He's outside with his mom. I need to see the patient and talk his guardian. Dr. Lee go outside and tell you to come in as you help your son stand up. You hold his hand and walk together, going to the room. You get inside the room as Dr. Lee say, Dr. Jun, he is the patient and his mom. Jungkook was about to greet you, but he got shocked after seeing you. Same to you. Your world turns upside down when you saw him again after 8 years. That time you want to run from him, but you need to save your son's life. Why in? That's the first word that Jungkook said. Oh, Jungkook. Long time no see. You and Jungkook know each other before. You are his dad's scholar. Jungkook is from a wealthy family, while you just came from a poor family. You apply for his dad's scholarship program, and luckily, you've passed. Since you are a smart student, his dad asked you to tutor Jungkook, and that's your friendship started. That friendship turned into a romantic relationship when you and Jungkook fall for each other. You two are in third year college when you found out that you are pregnant with Jungkook's child. That time you are very confused, scared, mixed emotion, and don't know what to do that time. At first, you hesitate to tell him the truth, but later on, you realize that you can't handle those obligations alone, and Jungkook has a right to know the truth since he was the father of your child. So you decided to tell him the truth. But Jungkook dad found out that you two have a relationship and you have his son's child. His dad doesn't like you. He said you seduced his son. That's why something happened to you and Jungkook. Then he threatened you to leave and don't show up again in front of Jungkook and not to tell Jungkook that you are pregnant or else his dad will kill you and your child. In fear that his dad might kill you cause you know he is a very powerful man, you choose to leave. But before you leave, you bid goodbye to Jungkook. You tell him that you need to go home because your mom got sick. You hug him tightly that time because you know that was the last time that you can hold him. Months pass by, Jungkook wondering why you wasn't back yet. He tried to search you, but he can't find any information of you without him knowing his dad deleted all your information, so he can't find you. You live with your sister. She's the one who helped you in the time that you needed Jungkook the most. It's hard, but you need to leave him. After giving birth, you work part-time as you continue your college. Back to the present. Is your son? Oh, my son. He needs a surgery as soon as possible. You can discuss this to your husband. No need. I have no husband. Is that surgery is safe for him? I guarantee you it's not complicated. It's safe for him. Then schedule him right away. Jungkook. Yes, I trust my son with you. Save him, please. Don't worry, I will take care of him. After you left to his office, Jungkook wondered what happened to you and to the father of your son. Good thing your son passed all the laboratory that they did to him, and now this is the day for his surgery. You will start to cry and nervous while hugging your son before going to the operating room. Mama, don't cry, I'll be okay, your son said. You need to be strong. You can do it. Don't leave Mama. Mama will be sad if you're gone. As he nod and hug you. YN, it's time to bring him inside. The nurse and other doctors start to push the stretchers while Jungkook follow him. But before the operating room door closed, all of a sudden, you hold Jungkook's arms. Please, save your son, you said while crying. That time, your mind focusing on your son's life, and you thought if Jungkook know that kid is his, he's going to save his child. Jungkook's eyes got widened in shock after he heard your words. Dr. Jun, let's go. Jungkook has many questions to you, but your son is more important. Before he started the surgery, he was just staring to Nathan's face all the time while he was trembling. He can't forget your words earlier that the kid in front of him is his child. The surgery went successful. Jungkook made it sure that everything is okay. Your son moved to his room. He's still sleeping because they had to put him to sleep during the surgery. After making sure that Nathan is okay now, he immediately ran going outside to find you, but he wasn't there. You have important meetings, so you send your sister to watch Nathan and call you if he's already awake. After your meeting, you decided to go home first before going to the hospital to get Nathan's needed when you saw a familiar figure standing near your apartment. It was Jungkook. What are you doing here? You ask. Why and about that kid? That kid? Is that true that he is my son? Jungkook asked. Oh, it's true. Why didn't you tell me? Why didn't you just tell me now? You walk closer to him and look at his eyes while your tears are slowly dripping into your face and say, actually, I really have no intention of telling you if Nathan's life isn't just in danger. But why? I'm his dad. Ask your dad, Jungkook. My dad? He knows about this? Hmm, ask him. Jungkook banged the door of his dad's office. What's wrong with you? His dad asked. Dad, what did you do to Wyatt and my child? He said in anger tone. His dad gets surprised and wonder how his son found out about you and your child. Fine, I threatened her to leave you because she was pregnant. I'm sure she just seduced you. For God's sake, Dad, I love her. We love each other. She never seduced me. Son, listen. You are just blinded of your craziness with her. All she wants is your money because that girl knows that you are the heir. What did you say? All she wants is money? Did YN ask you for money? Dad, my child was ill because of his heart failure, but did she ask for money? No! This fucking 8 years. She raised my child alone, but even once, she never asked for money. I'm the father of her child, but I'm not there when she needs me. I have never even seen my child born, and as she grow up. Dad, because of what you did, you deprived me of the right as a father of my own son. Since the only thing that matters to you is your money, then I'm no longer your son now. Don't try to touch my girl and my son, and I will fight you. He said while punching the desk of his dad. After that, he left. His dad got angry and called his secretary. Later on, he found out that your child was admitted to his hospital. In his anger, he stand up and get out from his office and go to your son's room. But when he reached there, he saw Jungkook holding his son's face while crying. He suddenly remembered when Jungkook got sick when he is still young. His heart breaks seeing Jungkook like that. Seeing his son crying in front of his grandchild breaks his heart. He looked at the kid's face from far. He can't deny that that kid is his grandchild because he is very look alike Jungkook when he was still young. He turned around and back to his office, slowly realizing on what he's done to you and to his grandchild, especially to his precious son. You came back to the hospital when you heard your sister's voice like she's fighting with someone. You quickly ran and go to your son's bedroom. Why? What's wrong? You ask your sister. Do you want Nathan to transfer to VIP room? She said. I'm sorry, Mom, but this is the chairman's June order. I don't care if that is order. Don't try to touch my son or I will kill you. You are shaking, even your knees are trembling when you hear Jungkook's dad's name. Suddenly, someone holds your shoulder. Don't worry, I'm already here. I will not allow anything to happen to the both of you. Sorry, I came late. It's Jungkook. You realize maybe before you are afraid of Jungkook's dad, but now not anymore. It's time to fight for yourself and for your son. You didn't do anything wrong with him, but he does. Jungkook, I want to talk to your father. But why in? I'm not scared of him. After I went throughout for what he did to us, there is no fear left in me. Jungkook agreed. He assessed you to his dad's office. He let you in alone, but he was there outside guarding you. In case his dad will do stupid things to you, he was there to protect you. You banged the door as he got surprised seeing you. Wyan, what are you doing here? He asked. What's your plan to my son? Don't try to touch my son. I'm not the same YN that you can threaten, Mr. June. Don't try to provoke me, you said. Are you not contented of what you done to me, to Jungkook, and now to your own child? You added. You didn't change at all, Mr. June. You're still the same. You use your money and power to step someone. You wait him to talk, but he just looking down and speak. Do you really love my son? You suddenly get confused, but still you answer. That's not important now, Mr. June. I'm here to warn you to stay away from my son. You're about to speak again, but Jungkook's dad stand up and stand in front of you, and all of a sudden kneel down and ask a forgiveness in you. Your lip is shaking while looking at him. You just burst in tears. You just want to live a normal life and love the guy that you love. But because of your status, you're going through a lot of hardship. But what are you going to do now? He's still the father of the person you love and the grandfather of your son. Stand up, Mr. June. You shouldn't kneel on me. But I need to because I made a big sin with you and to my grandchild. You cry even more when you heard him calling your son as his grandchild. You just felt that someone hugged you. You hugged him back after knowing it was Jungkook. You and Jungkook helped his dad to stand as he hugged you too. His dad also apologized to him for all he did. When Nathan woke up, you introduced Jungkook as his father and Mr. June as his grandpa. After you left, Jungkook tried to have a relationship with other girl to forget you, but he don't know what's the reason why he can't forget you. Same goes to you. You try your very hard best to forget him, but you can't until you choose to be a single. After 5 months, you and Jungkook are already married now for 1 month, and his dad begged you to live in the mansion because he wants to spend time with his grandchild. What are you looking for? Jungkook asked while back hugging at you. Look at Dad. He's like a child while playing with Nathan, you said. We always like that when I'm still young. Since my mom died, he became overprotective with me. But maybe he'll learn his lesson now. Jungkook stand in front of you and lifts you up as you tangled your legs into his waist and placed your arms into his neck. I love you. I really love you. The day I realized that you're really gone, I think I'm going crazy. I'm sorry. Oh no, you don't have to say that. I'm the one who's supposed to tell you that for not protecting you and Nathan. I'm very sorry. Apologize accepted, you said as he started kissing you and was going inside the mansion while carrying you. Where are we going? To make another Nathan.
So the two ended in party party, yeah! The end. Thank you for watching, Coobies. I love you.